Excellent. Well, there you go. That's apparently entry number 5 to search for a star. So all you need to put on your more of these to go. And my goodness me, there's hedging their bets there. There's some stiff competition for the top prize, which we don't know what it is yet. And seamlessly from that version of O Sole Mio into a track from the new EP by FUDGE Tunnel. And I think if you can see the join between these two records, then you'll be doing very well indeed. Some serious sustain on the end of that, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Certainly.
Prime we were there. There was another minute.
No, I didn't cut it off. When I turn the fantastic microphones on, it cuts the speakers.
Oh, okay.
That's it, right. Technical
So
detail.
the kids will have still heard
The kids will have still heard it.
The kids should be in bed by now.
And that's the important thing. Right, shut up a minute and I'll tell people who you are. Right, that was FUDGE Tunnel with the title track from the Teeth EP, and all the way from sunny Nottingham is Dave and Alex from FUDGE Tunnel. So what's the fascination with teeth this time round then?
Why aren't you Mark Curry?
Yeah.
Well, Mark Curry, why aren't I?
We wanted you to be Mark Curry. We were going to ask you about Janet Ellis and
Blue Peter.
What was life like on Blue Peter and the programme all about trains that no one can remember the name of.
Yeah.
It's the only reason we came up. We thought it was going to be Mark Curry.
I'm not Mark Curry, and I found that remarkably easy to live with thus far. He's in Charlie's Aunt at the moment, actually. Did you know that?
Does Charlie Ant know? Charlie.
Very good, that, yeah. Right. Anyway. Right. It's a great name, FUDGE Tunnel, isn't it? What on earth does it mean? Next question. Right, you formed in Nottingham, you live in Nottingham and that, but you've been quoted as saying you hate being in a band with all the sound checks and hanging about and that, so how come you're still going?
We just want to rock.
Yeah.
But
we got to get our message across, you know.
What is your message?
We live for death metal.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you do? Have you got a day job as well? When you're not living for death metal, do you live for
We
grossing
just
or
generally
something?
practice Satanism, you know.
Yeah.
Do you? Oh, wait, it was only wise. Hang on.
We haven't got it right yet, but we're still
They're
practicing.
practicing pretty hard.
But I mean, do you get fed up with all the hanging around and that?
Yeah, sure we do, but like, you know, every now and again, 40 minutes on stage makes it all worthwhile. Sometimes, not always.
I'm sure every band does, but most bands want to put over a rock and roll image.
Yeah. Well, you're
It's
supposed.
just that we're one of the first people to have admitted it in recent times.
So I mean, you've just done 7 weeks round Europe. So I mean, you must be well jacked off.
Well, look at us.
Yeah.
I mean, listeners, you can't see us, but we don't look good.
You look all right.
I didn't have this before I went.
What, that?
Yeah,
You didn't have that?
Yeah.
His fantastic, sexy beard, listeners.
Better than yours, mate. Better than yours.
I said this isn't a beard. This is like I shaved it.
Oh, yeah.
I shaved at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and this has grown back.
That's
I tell
what
you.
everyone who's trying to
I
grow
tell
a
you.
beard says. Is
I
I just
just
can't be bothered
Listen,
to
mate,
shave.
when I was 18,
Side of a pencil or something.
When I was 18, I looked like Captain Blinking Birdseye. I tell you.
Well, great.
And I got my beard out of my system then.
You used to wear a naval uniform and go around with lots of little children, did you?
That's it, something
It all
like
going
that.
to the fish fingers. Eh?
Yes, I was wondering who was going to sink to the depths of fishy fingers and all that stuff. So you've just done 7 weeks round Europe with Sepultura.
Indeed.
And, I mean,
Fine band.
they're Brazilian, you know, we played Entombed as well the other week, who aren't Brazilian, they're Scandinavian. So is this kind of a world phenomenon, this?
That's a very good
Nice
radio
link.
link there.
Nice link.
Yeah.
Is
Good,
this
I'm
a
glad
what,
you're on there.
sorry?
But is that kind of grunge, hardcore thing a worldwide phenomenon now? How did you go down in Europe? Are they up for it over there?
Pretty well most of the time. There was a couple of bad gigs.
There was a couple of very dicey gigs, actually.
Yeah, and there was a couple of absolutely brilliant gigs.
Right. I mean, we've had Carcass on and Napalm Death, who are all label mates of yours. In fact, Napalm Death are on In Session in a few weeks' time.
So we have.
nice.
So, I mean, do you share the same kind of death and gynecological obsessions as them? Because this is the cliche, that all this kind of music is associated with slicing people up and
I
things.
think the thing with Carcass is all their death and gynecological things, you know, are just taking the piss. And that's why we like them. But there are actually bands out there who really mean it and really go for that sort of thing. And that's just desperately sad. You know, I mean, we like that kind of thing, but we didn't really want to put it into the songs.
Right.
But we're glad that Carcass do, because they're pretty good at what they do.
Right. I mean, is there something incongruous about writing a sort of grungy hardcore song? Because you're not writing one about sort of picnics and butterflies and fluffy clouds and things.
Have you not listened to the record, Mark?
Of course I've listened to the record. It's pretty hard to decipher, actually, isn't it?
There you go. How would you know whether we were writing about picnics or not?
Well, I'm giving you the opportunity to say whether...
See, look,
we've got mill streams, pastures, meadows, buttercups, the whole lot in there.
Teeth, which is all about, you know, eating picnics with your teeth.
Yeah.
SRT is just like, obviously, just about spending days in fields feeding the ducks and stuff. Shit for Brains, which is the third track on the EP, is just about more mellow days, you know, in the sunshine.
Pastoral ballad, sort of, yeah.
You know,
on the toilet.
Yeah. I mean, but there is a day, you touched on it, you know, people are deadly serious. I mean, there are a lot of people doing this kind of stuff with absolutely no sense of humour at all. They take themselves dead po-faced. I mean, you do have a sense of humour.
Well, they're from Birmingham.
And that explains it, does it, you think?
Well, it's no excuse, but it explains it.
Yeah.
No excuse for anything, really.
No, we don't mean that, really. Well, we do, but...
Right. But, I mean, there is a temptation to be a bit sort of demon overlordish, isn't it? But even the devil likes a laugh, so I believe.
Well, I mean, the greatest demon overlord has got to be Ozzy. And Ozzy's not serious, is he?
We had him on this show as well, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah.
The godlike Ozzy Osbourne.
Are we sitting in the same seat as Ozzy once?
No, he didn't come in. We went to his sumptuous hotel suite, actually.
He didn't use that toilet out there, then?
He didn't use that toilet out there, no. So whatever was left in there, it wasn't Ozzy's. I mean, at the moment, it seems much easier for kind of American bands to get kind of attention and press and following over here than it does for the sort of homegrown talent.
Well, yeah, but we're big in America.
Are you?
Well, a lot bigger,
bigger than we're over
here. It always
here,
seems to be the way it is, that whenever we've played or spoke with American bands, they've said, you know, oh, we're really big over here, and we go back home to America and we're playing in front of like 50 people.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, that's weird, because we're playing to 50 people over here, yeah, we've sold 20,000 albums in America. It always just seems to be the way it is.
Right.
Americans think English bands are cool, and English people think American bands are cool.
This is something, I suppose, from this side, it's more romantic to think about Death Valley than the Trent Valley, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
It's obvious. I mean, you're on here, Ray, with all the people who said it's had its problems with the law. I mean, I talked to Carcass about this, but I mean, you've had records seized, haven't you, in police raids?
Well, the record wasn't actually out at the time, it was just the artwork.
Right.
It was all Dig's fault.
The artwork was seized, yeah. This is all Dig's fault, and I hate him intensely.
Yeah. I mean, the last album was Hate Songs in E minor. Now, tell me about E minor, because is E minor a particularly significant key?
Yes,
Totally
it is
significant,
actually.
because all the songs are written in E minor, except for the ones that are in D minor, which is about half the album.
Right.
We didn't realise that at the time.
It would have been a really bad title, Hate Songs in E minor, apart from the ones that are in D minor.
Would have gone round the back of the cover and everything, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah.
But is it
we didn't have enough
E minor
letters
is
there.
just the classic Black Sabbath,
is it?
heavy...
The misery key, is it?
Yeah, oh yeah, totally.
Because often I read a description of Tony Iommi's guitar. I think it's on the beginning of the first Black Sabbath album, Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath, I think. And it just plays the first chord. It says, if there's one musical sound that sums up misery, it's that, with the pouring rain and the tolling bell and everything.
Yeah.
So have you got the EP out, obviously? Well, we think it's out. Nobody seems quite sure, actually, but I think it's out.
I'd like to have a copy,
If
actually.
we had a decent record company, we'd know more about it.
Oh, well, you haven't had it. You haven't got a copy yet.
No, honestly, none of us have got a copy.
Well, I'll tell you what. Hey, you can have mine.
Really?
Yeah, no, well, you can borrow it. Send it us back when you're sick of it, you know.
You're a nice
Okay.
man.
Yeah, so
You should start a record company.
Oh, we have heard
Very
it,
much
because we recorded it, but we haven't got a finished copy.
a finished copy. So,
It's nice to have.
are you going to go working on a new album? Love songs in C minor, perhaps?
No.
You're not? No plans to do any of that? I mean, it's fine if you haven't. That's a perfectly acceptable answer if it's the
first
truth.
of all, we're going to get off our record company, then we're going to do a new album.
Right, okay. Listen, I think we're getting into all fantastic legal wranglings here, aren't we?
No, just kidding. Yeah, we've got quite a few songs ready, but we've got a lot on. Obviously, we've just come back 7 weeks from Europe, and then no sooner have we done that than we're now touring 3 weeks around England.
Right.
Or Britain, rather.
Starting next week, kids, be there.
Right. Have you got a list of the dates there?
No, but
No,
we're playing
we thought you
Manchester
had.
on the 29th.
I haven't got that list, actually. Funnily enough. I've got lots
If Mark
of lists
Curry
here.
was here, if Mark Curry was here,
Yeah, Mark Curry
He
would have been
had
on
a
the
list.
case.
Mark Curry will have those tour dates tattooed on his torso as we speak. I guarantee it.
There you go, you
Because he is the demon overlord, the high priest
He is.
of grunge and hardcore,
He is.
as we know. Does your mum and dad like your band? Do they come and toe tap the Hush Puppets to your numbers?
Well, and I gave him a copy of the album, and my mum She's played it once while I was there, and I said to her, Mum, you won't like it. And she said, yeah, but I don't want to hear it, because, you know, it's my son and everything. And I said, you won't like it. And she played it, and she sat in silence for the whole of it, and then put it away and said, yeah, it was really good. I'm really glad you're doing well, son. I said, you know, but...
He gets it out of the coffee mornings and thinks, this is our lad here.
She does. She actually does. She does, which is really cool, because obviously for her to listen to is just totally horrific, but she likes it because I'm doing it. So
right.
I think that's cool.
Well, I think that's very very touching,
wasn't it?
Yeah,
very
another one sold.
All right. Well,
in fact, I charge her extra for it as well.
Right. Okay, we'll play another track off the Teeth EP, and best of luck on the tour. I hope there's not too much hanging about.
Bound to be.
All right, Dave and Alex from Fudge Tunnel. Thanks a lot. This is SRT.